What's good, everyone? So is there a better thing to start a Sunday morning than with a coffee? I don't think so. And is there a better way to start a Sunday morning than with a sneaker review? You could argue about that, but the shoe that I'm taking a look at today is pretty dope in my opinion. At least in my opinion. Other people are of a different opinion because I think I'm the only one who has picked it up so far. And since then it's been laying on shelves. So again, a very special item that I just love to take a look at. It is the Nike Air Zoom Alpha, released about 2 weeks ago, and this is already the second one that I got because I changed it because there was something with the first one I didn't like, but I'm gonna tell you all about it as we dive into the details. So the Nike Air Zoom Alpha was first released in 1996, and that's 23 years ago. And Nike was so ahead of the time with this kind of technology. They are still using it today in a lot of their running shoes. So really dope technology. And just a quick wrap up on the technology, it's consisting out of tensile fibers that are compressing and decompressing upon impact, and therefore working as a dampening system. And it works very well. I think it's a very nice ride and very nice feel, very cushiony. And if you're looking for something that is comparable to Boost without being Boost, then I think this is the technology for you. Great ride when walking, and probably my most favorite Nike dampening system or cushioning system on the market. You might be familiar with this kind of midsole here. You have probably seen this on the Spiridon, but the Spiridon was not the first one to use this. It was the Zoom Alpha. So this is more or less the older brother and has been using this technology before the Spiridon. I really like the Spiridon already, and so I just had to fall in love with this one. I'm very glad this is re-released, even though I think I'm the only one who has picked this up. They are laying on shelves, and this might be having a couple of reasons. The first reason is this is a 140 euro shoe. This is a little bit steep in my opinion, especially considering the fact that you have synthetic materials on this shoe. It's not real leather, it's mesh and some synthetic leather. So I think it is a little steep. I think a price point of 120 or 110 euros would have been a lot better. 120 would have been perfect. 120 would have been super nice. So I think not a lot of people are picking this up because it's just too expensive. The other reason being it's Air Max month. So a lot of people are holding back the money for all the Air Max Day releases that are coming up, which I absolutely can understand. So it's not the perfect timing to release a shoe at this time of the year, especially so if it's a specialty item like this one. And that comes to the third point. It is a very special shoe. Not a lot of people like the Spiridon already, so this one is very special as well. I'm sure the Spiridon fans will like this one, but I think a lot of people are waiting for sales. I'm also gonna wait for sales, and that is for the other colorway, because I was a little torn between these two, and I settled for this one because it is a little bit wearable. The colors are a little bit more laid back as you can get for a shoe from the late 90s. It's still a little awkward, a little flashy, but the other one in the black lime colorway is super loud and super flashy, but really dope. I really like that. But I think with this one, this is the safer bet of the two, but I'm definitely going to get the other one when it's going on sale. This is already the second pair that I got. I returned the first one because I had some issues with the other one. The right shoe seemed to be a little bit shorter, which I didn't like at all. It was really making me crazy. I was even measuring everything if both were the same length, and always came to the conclusion that it looks really strange, so I just had to return it. The other reason why I returned it because it had some glue stains all around the midsole, which connected to the upper, which I didn't like at all. And the other reason is both shoes had a different cut on the toe box. On the inside here was cut a little bit higher than the left side. It's also a little bit on this one here, but not as bad as on the other one. But it seems like it's a problem across the whole production run, so I do not think that it makes sense exchanging them one by one, time after time again, and then just finding out that they're all basically the same. So that's something I can live with, totally fine with me. I think it's going to even out over time. The toe box is still a little bit high here, but something I can live with as well. But this is something probably that's going to be better for people who have bigger feet or bigger toes. I have very narrow feet, so this fits me perfectly fine. But if you have a bigger foot, especially in the toe area, this might be something for you. Materials on this one used are, like I said, completely synthetic, and even though it's not premium, it's not crap, it's good for what it is. But like I said, 140 euros is a little bit steep for this, and especially the toe box here looks a little bit weird. It looks like it's quilted, but it's typical for shoes in the late 90s. You are able to observe this on a lot of runners from that era. I really like this a lot. Cannot wait to throw them on feet, so stay tuned for the unfit section as well coming up, and I'm going to give you info on the sizing afterwards. Sizing wise, I went with my true size, which is a 12.5. And the Spiridon, I often have the feeling that I could size up half a size, because the Spiridon is pretty narrow here in the toe area, and not so with these. These are a little bit wider, and also, like I said, the toe section is a little high, so if you have a little thicker toes, this should accommodate your foot fine. Nevertheless, if you have very wide feet, you might want to size up anyways, but I can just speak from my experience with my feet. Everybody's feet are different, so if you usually would size up from true size, you can do the same thing on this one. I really like these. Maybe you do too. Let me know what you think of them in the comment section, and if you like this video, then please hit a thumbs up. If you like my channel, then please subscribe, and I hope I'm gonna see you next time again. So thanks for watching. Until then, bye bye.